and vengeance. I am the Knight. I am... Hold on 1 second.
Batman, welcome to a new series on the Flipper Gaming YouTube channel, Batman Reacts. We're gonna be watching the different Gotham Knights videos done by IGN.
Welcome to my party!
She is
Here we
coming
go.
not from a place of, oh, I gotta be zany, I'm your manic pixie. Like she doesn't need to be the manic pixie anymore. She is...
Here's the deal. I would never call her a manic pixie. I'd call her a manic psychopath.
Gotham Knights Harley Quinn is a very interesting case study in how to adapt a beloved comic book character. Her look, her voice, and her brand of villainy are immediately recognizable, but her story and her reason to be...
Whoa. Wait a second here. What do you mean, beloved? Harley Quinn's a jerk. She's tried to kill me multiple times. Just ask Robin.
Holy understatements, Batman.
I know she's easy on the eyes, but don't be fooled by that. That's exactly what happened to George Clooney's depiction of Batman with Poison Ivy. Okay? Some of these villains, they're charming. Okay? Say what you want about the Joker, but how do you think he got Harley Quinn? Alright? He knows how to sweet talk you. But at the end of the day, these criminals are cowards and fiends, and they need to face justice.
All of the villains that we've included in Gotham Knights were chosen for a few reasons. One, we knew we wanted recognizable members of the Rogues Gallery, but we also wanted specific villains who had an interesting relationship with Batman, where once you took Batman out of the picture, it would cause that character to question, well, what's my function now? Like, in a world where I don't have my main nemesis, what do I do next?
Newsflash for you villains, you don't got no function. Alright, I'm the cream of the crop. Without me, you're nothing. There's no Joker, no Penguin, no Riddler. It's all me, baby. Good luck with that WB Montreal. That's all I have to say.
We really did make a conscious choice of allowing her to be a slightly older version of Harley Quinn than we've seen elsewhere.
Oh,
informed a lot of choices.
so now she's a cougar. Watch out, Robin.
Okay now, don't be getting any funny ideas.
Too late.
Shooting cinematics, it informed her fighting style, it informed how she presents herself, how she costumes herself. As we'll see in some of the middle chapters of the Harley Quinn arc, even how she presents herself to Gotham City.
Oh, boys!
Crucially though...
Wait a second. Did she just whistle with the glove on? Is that possible? I'm gonna have to do some detective work, because I am the world's greatest detective.
We are familiar with her as like the Joker's accomplice and girlfriend and kind of pathological love interest. And we're familiar with her breaking free from that and finding herself kind of in her Suicide Squad era, where she's...
That second Suicide Squad movie was pretty good.
Doing the right thing or doing terrible things for good.
Much better than the first.
Anti-hero. And this is kind of coincides with the fact that she's such a fan favorite. People love this character that they kind of want to root for her. So
How do you root for a raging psychopath? Come on, people. Where's the fire for justice?
That idea of Harley kind of branching into the direction of good, that's been pretty well explored in a lot of places.
I wish she explored that while I was in charge.
The other way. What happens if
I never got to meet the good Harley?
The kind of rise of his successors kind of inspires Harley to say, well, why don't I finally get to have my career as a supervillain?
Effectively, this Harley Quinn's superpower is self-actualization.
I hope one of her other superpowers is shutting the hell up, because I swear to God, she talks all the time.
I mean, on the visual side, it was cool because this is we got to do a fresh take.
Initially, the team simply worked from what we'd seen from Harley before. The same kind of haircut, the same kind of
Gotta
clothes,
take that
having her
inspiration.
more closely tie in with Gotham Knight's unruly freaks gang, who will ally with her at points during the game.
That
Associate
gang
character art
is
director
really
Jan
annoying.
Wu said that design was fairly
Luckily,
far along before
I
the
broke
team
so
was
many
told
of
to
their
scrap it
bones.
and try
They
something
now
new.
have debilitating
Criteria
hospital
working
bill
wise.
debt.
Talk!
or I'll crush every bone in your body.
To make her really fresh, new, and iconic. That was one of those keywords I remember from going through that process. It was very challenging, but also it was
What a great note. Hey, can you just make this character look the most incredible it's ever been and looked in the history of time? Make it look the most iconic ever. Can you do that? Just a quick note. Hey, Bob. Hey, Bob and Creative. So I'm thinking something completely legendary. Work on it. I like this costume a little more.
Her hair and makeup have changed.
Jacket
Even her
looks
iconic
nice.
hammer has grown up.
Hammer's got some good color coordination with the outfit. That's what I like to see.
This constant balance between the Harley we know and the Harley we'll get to know touched every part of her design, even how she fights.
We had a very specific vision in mind for Harley. She's more herself than she's ever
Nightwing
been
was
in
already
her
kicking her ass.
imagination in
Nice.
Gotham. She has taken this opportunity
work,
to
Nightwing.
say, I am actually a bad person. This is the version of myself that I want to be. I want the freedom to do whatever I want to Gotham and in Gotham. When we got into designing her combat, we loved the old, I have a big goofy hammer, but if you take that into the Gotham Knights aesthetic, it becomes a actual giant heavy block of metal that later in the boss fight has a lot of articulated sparking electrical equipment attached to it to make it worse.
Harley's not often one for straight-up hand-to-hand combat. Indeed, her villainous plot involves providing implants to Gothamites that remove their inhibitions and allow them to
Nice,
live their next
Harley.
life, which inevitably
Real
leads to
classy.
violently attacking you when you
Hey.
try to stop her.
Her
From the
movement
sidelines,
is really about
I'm a fan.
moving through
I
this
wonder who
crowd
worked on the
of enemies
physics in
that
this
she
game.
attracts, because she has all these devotees to just essentially to slow you down and distract you. And she constantly keeps that hammer in motion, and she's very strong. She's very
Nightwing's just
powerful.
kicking
She's
the crap
extremely
out of
agile,
everybody.
And it's always about the player or players trying to get the opportunity to interrupt something Harley is doing.
I could
and
do
deal
that.
damage to her before that. big
I
hammer
could do that, I swear.
Ultimately, like any gaming boss, Gotham Knights Harley Quinn is first and foremost a foil for the player, designed to offer interesting wrinkles of story and gameplay. But the way the team has turned her into that foil is a wonderful way to honour the character herself. Redding points out that it's a neat reflection of what the Gotham Knights themselves are going through. These are four sidekicks being forced to grow up and take on a lead hero.
You're damn right they're
Harley's doing the
sidekicks.
same for a supervillain. Where Joker was always a mirror to Batman, it seems Harley is aiming to perform the same favour for whoever steps up as a new Dark Knight. Redding sums it up in words that could have come from Harley's own mouth.
Hell, if they want to be the new protectors of Gotham City, well, they're going to need a villain. They're going to need a nemesis, and who better to do it than me? I understand how the game is played.
If you want to know more about Gotham Knights, we just completed...
Seems like such an interesting motivation. Like who just wants to be the greatest villain ever? And you're telling me, once again, that she's beloved? Do you hear what they're saying? She just woke up one day and like, oh, this is me. This is the real me. I'm just a bad villain. Unbelievable. Go get a job at a bank or something. Actually, don't. Should probably rob it. Rob it. Robin. Rachel,